Nigeria's oil and gas industry is witnessing significant reforms resulting from the strategic decisions and partnerships being made by the national oil company NNPC Limited. The recent agreement with American oil field company Schlumberger is one of such decisions aimed at unlocking the huge opportunities in the sector. The agreement is for the expansion of upstream capacities that will help accelerate the achievements of Nigeria's exploration and production targets and ultimately promote economic growth. Hello there and welcome to the program. This is Energy and You, a program that brings you developments in the energy sector with a focus on NNPC Limited. I'm Egosa Hegumbo. Welcome. Also on the show, NNPC Limited's Group CEO, Mele wins 2023 Most Outstanding Energy Icon, and Petroleum Workers Union, Pengason, drums support for the National Oil Company. Details of these and more in just a moment. Please join us again. Thanks for staying with us. Now let's begin with top international energy stories making the rounds this week.
Oil prices steadied the nation trading at the start of the week as markets await an OPEC Plus meeting on June 2, where producers are expected to discuss maintaining voluntary output cuts for the rest of the year. The Brent crude July contract was up 24 cents to $82.36 a barrel. The more active August contract rose 29 cents to $82.13. Saudi Arabia is planning a multi-billion-dollar share sale in energy giant Aramco as soon as June, in what would be one of the region's biggest stock deals. The offering could raise around $10 billion. The preparations are ongoing and the details could still change. Daily power consumption in Texas set a record for the month of May this week. It's the fourth time this month as homes and businesses fire up air conditioners to escape a heat wave. The Electric Reliability Council of Texas, which operates most of the state's power grid for 27 million customers, said power demand surged to a preliminary 73,756 megawatts late on Sunday, which topped the former high of 73,749 megawatts set the day before. Brazilian state-run oil firm Petrobras says its board of directors has approved the nomination of Magda Chambers as the company's new chief executive. Chambers, a four-decade industry veteran, has already taken up her new position, according to securities filings by Petrobras.
You're watching Energy and You. Now, the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Mr. Mele has restated the commitment of the National Oil Company to create value for Nigerians by unlocking the potentials in the nation's energy sector. Kyari spoke at the signing of a technical agreement between NNPC Energy Services Limited and global technology company Schlumberger for the expansion of upstream operations in Nigeria. The move is part of strategic reforms in the oil and gas industry.
Senior management team of NNPC Limited and Schlumberger were both in attendance at the signing ceremony, which occurred between NNPC's Energy Services Limited (NSERV) and Schlumberger SLB. Speaking thereafter, the Group CEO of NNPC Limited, Mr. Mele shed more light on the numerous benefits of the partnership, which include increased activity and more drilling campaigns that would add value to the two organizations. He also described the ongoing reforms within the energy industry as a trigger for potential release of investment in the short term.
A number of reforms are unfolding. At the back of it is a potential release of investment that we are seeing in very, very short term. Our fiscal environment is excellent today. Our contracting processes have been reviewed by virtue of the clear reforms Mr. President has put on the table. And ultimately, we're already seeing substantial energy going into unlocking opportunities of today. And the end result will be a growth in our relationship. There will be more activities, more drilling campaigns that will shortly unfold.
Kyari further assured that NNPC would leverage the assets within its control to accelerate the values that will come from the partnership. The Chief Executive Officer of Schlumberger, Mr. Olivier Lepiu, agreed that the partnership will boost the achievement of Nigeria's exploration and production targets, which in turn will foster Nigeria's economic growth and prosperity.
I'm very pleased to be at the center of this transition and in a position where we can bring our technical capability, we can bring our technology, we can bring our capacity from on the ground here in the region. We can deploy new technology in the country to support the ambition not only of NNPC, but also to support the vision and the operators that will invest back in country. Now, we are also here today because we want to celebrate the strategic partnership that was signed and approved with NServe as a technical partnership that we believe could unlock the potential of NServe for the country, could unlock as an alliance between NServe and NNPC the potential of NNPC to reach its exploration, its production, its development targets. And we look forward to use this technical partnership as a springboard for accelerating the vision that the industry can provide and support in these countries.
The technical partnership forged between NServe and SLB brings to fore the commitment of NNPC Limited on investment in local talents and building capacity through technology and performance. The strategic agreement also aligns with NNPC's ongoing plans to deepen gas utilization, drilling activities and associated operations through its rig share platform in the coming years.
Nigeria's daily crude oil production is set for substantial increase in the days to come. This is according to the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Mr. Kyari, at a recent stakeholders engagement with the Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists in Lagos.
The efforts of the NNPC to increase the nation's daily crude production is yielding results as production is almost hitting 1.7 million barrels per day, a boost from the 1.28 million barrels reported in April. The Group Chief Executive Officer of the NNPC Limited, Kyari, disclosed this when he addressed stakeholders at an engagement between the Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists and the company in Lagos recently. Kyari, who noted that Nigeria's crude oil production keeps dropping due to oil theft and vandalism, called for the need to fight insecurity in the oil and gas sector to increase production. Because of pipeline vandalism, Kyari stated that everyone resorted to barging, with some paying $21 to transport a barrel of oil to the terminals. Crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism are a menace to the nation's economy and the growth of the energy industry. They are acts of sabotage that must not be allowed to persist.
Well, like you've heard, there's an imminent increase in oil production capacity, and that can be attributed to the relentless war against crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism by NNPC Limited. Here's an update on the progress made so far.
The war on crude oil theft is on, and the industry-wide security collaboration on hydrocarbon infrastructure continues to yield remarkable progress. Between the 18th and 24th of May 2024, 310 incidents were recorded across the Niger Delta region by several incident sources. Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited, Nigeria Ajib Oil Company, Maton Engineering Limited, Tantita Security Services, Shell Petroleum Development Company, NNPC Command and Control Center, government security agencies. In Grey Creek, Akwa Ibom State, a fuel station selling illegally refined fuel into cars and drums was uncovered. In the past week, 122 illegal refineries were spotted in Tumble 2, 3 and 4 in River State, also in Tumkri and Umuajiloke in River State. More were found in Eduwini, Biogbolo and Ajatiton in Bayelsa State. 65 illegal connections were discovered across several locations in Akwa Odogwa, Umuajiloke and Watson Point in River State. Here, an illegally connected line is being removed along Sokol Sandbath Pipeline in River State. Vandalized wellheads were discovered in Tumble 4 in River State and Egbema in Imo State. Here, a pit is filled with crude oil from a vandalized wellhead. In Ndoni, River State, a vandalized pipeline forms an oil pit close by. 5 illegal storage sites were spotted in sacks, pits, cans, and in a fuel station. 20 vehicle arrests were made in Delta and Imo State. While 48 VAIS infractions were reported at sea, 39 wooden boats conveying stolen crude or illegally refined products were seized and confiscated across several creeks in Bayelsa and Delta State. 48 of these incidents took place in the deep blue water, 40 in the western region, 134 in the central region, and 88 in the eastern region. For NNPC Limited, there is no backing down on the war on crude oil theft until the menace is eradicated for good.
To report crude oil theft or suspicious activities within your area, call the numbers on your screen now or send an email to report@stopcrudetheft.com. Handsome rewards await the whistleblower. Do your part. Report oil theft today.
Still to come, in more engagements with stakeholders, NNPC Limited reaffirms its commitment to deliver a more vibrant energy sector. Details shortly. Stay with us.
We are the largest single asset holder in Africa's oil and gas industry and poised to be the dynamic global energy company of choice. We are constantly innovating to be the prime company for energy sufficiency. We are NNPC Limited, energy for today, energy for tomorrow.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, the national oil company NNPC Limited has reaffirmed its commitment to the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano AKK gas pipeline project. This was at a recent roundtable organized by the National Board for Technical Education and the Petroleum Technology Development Fund. NNPC had the opportunity to highlight the transformative potential of the project. Here are the details.
The National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) and Petroleum Technology Development Fund (PTDF) roundtable on the AKK gas pipeline centered on the theme Bridging the Skill Gaps for the AKK Downstream Industries. The event underscored NNPC's dedication to diversifying Nigeria's energy portfolio and fostering economic growth. Professor Idris Bugaji, Executive Secretary of NBTE, delivered the opening remarks, paving the way for an insightful and engaging discussion.
Distinguished guests, esteemed speakers and participants, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and honor that I extend a warm welcome to each of you gathered here today for the roundtable discussion on the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline project.
NNPC Limited's Executive Vice President, Gas, Power and New Energy, Mr. Olalekan Oguleye, who represented the Honourable Minister of State for Petroleum, Gas, Right Honourable Ekperipe Ekpo, reiterated NNPC's commitment to completing the AKK gas pipeline, which is currently at 62%. He highlighted its potential to drive industrialization and economic prosperity in line with the federal government's Decade of Gas initiative and NNPC's intention to leverage on the AKK gas pipeline to stimulate growth by delivering prosperity for all Nigerians.
This event is yet another worthy intervention, just looking at the human capital and human development element of this great project. It's going to clearly be a game changer. Personally, in NNPC, we are extremely excited by what is coming. We will continue to engage with all stakeholders to make sure that acting in absolute synchronization will ensure the maximization of the benefit of this great project.
Engineer Saidu Mohammed, NNPC's former Group Executive Director of Gas and Power, stressed the need to get downstream petrochemical industries ready for the AKK gas pipeline.
The downstream business itself, we all know what downstream is when we talk about the petroleum sector, oil and gas generally. That is where the marketing and distribution of the gas is expected to be done to everybody. Everybody includes industrial, commercial and residential customers.
Dr. Usman Gur Mohammed, former Managing Director of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, proposed strategic solutions for power generation from AKK gas, focusing on revitalizing industries in the northwest and north-central zones.
We cannot grow the private sector if we don't have power. Answer, whether we like it or not, we have to fix the national grid because it's going to be the cheapest way of generating electricity.
The panel discussions brought together various industry experts to deliberate on themes related to the AKK gas pipeline project, downstream petrochemical industries and skill development. These sessions facilitated a collaborative environment, fostering shared knowledge and innovative solutions. NNPC Limited's active engagement in the event underscores its leadership and commitment to advancing Nigeria's energy sector.
From moving NNPC from loss-making to profitability and the successful transition to a limited liability company, the leadership of the Petroleum Workers Union has pledged its total support for the NNPC management. This was at the 7th Triennial Conference of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASN, NNPC Corporate Headquarters and EIG chapters. Energy and You was there.
Speaking at the conference with the theme, Navigating Culture Shifts from a Corporation to a Karma Company, the Unions as Change Agents, the NNPC Group Executive Council GEC Chairman of PENGASN, Comrade Okorie Emea, urged the members to align themselves with the new order and culture in NNPC. While urging them to always focus on their primary duties, the union leader advised the elected officials not to see their election as an opportunity to confront management. He commended the NNPC management and staff, saying it was the effective leadership and hard work of the workers that brought the company to the path of profitability.
In unionism, like what people used to know before, has transited from that to, something more pragmatic in nature. Because we have also come to understand that this is supposed to be the job between the union and the management for the sustainability of the company, or if it has to be the government for the sustainability of the country. Because like I said earlier, you only have a union when you have a job. So confrontation doesn't mean that it has been taken away. But that shouldn't be your first, line of engagement. Consultation has always been our best. When you consult, you collaborate. And most times when you do that, you don't even need to get to a level of confrontation. For me, that has worked for me in many of my engagements.
Comrade Chinedu Chukwu emerged the chairman of the CHQ chapter. Comrade Suara Akin was elected chairman of EIG chapter. The newly elected leaders pledged the union's support to the NNPC management on the various development projects it is undertaking across the country and the prevailing industrial harmony in the company.
Our relationship has been very cordial and very friendly. We have no cause for hitting tables and wearing red. We must try in every sense of responsibility to support NNPC in all its projects, in all its programs, and in every new businesses that the management will deem fit to bring into the stream.
My aspiration is to work with management to make sure that the NNPC survive first, and to also strive the management for the welfare of the workforce. But NNPC have to survive first. So I need to join hand with management to make new NNPC to survive and the policy of management to work.
Comrade Yetunde Adelakun Rufus is the Deputy National Chairperson, Kaduna Zone of the Pengassan Women in Council, PWC.
The union is ready to support the management in order to make sure that all workforce, we move it forward. We want all our members to ensure that they do their best in the respective places of work. We want to have best workforce, best service to the management. We want to do our best, especially the women. We want, as you can see, if you go everywhere, you'll see that the group CEO is doing his best to ensure that women are inclusive. And we're talking about inclusiveness, which is very, very important. And we're so proud of him anytime, anywhere.
Comrade Ima Asieba, a former JCC secretary, EIG chapter, speaks on the structure of the unions in NNPC.
The essence of sub-chapters is essentially to be able to manage each of the units. EIG is an acronym for ETD, ITD, and the group HSC. But for now, it's comprised. The chapter comprises 4 entities. That's the New Energy, NNPC New Energy Limited, the ITD division, the Supply Chain division, and the group HSC.
The healthy relationship between the workers' unions and the NNPC management is a welcome development and will no doubt impact positively on the performance of the company.
And in recognition of his contributions to the growth of the oil industry, the Champions newspaper has awarded the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Mele Kyari, as the 2023 Most Outstanding Energy Icon. The annual award celebrates exceptional Nigerians and institutions for their invaluable contributions to the socio-economic and political development of Nigeria.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award, Champions 2023 Award, will be Malam Mele Kyari, the GCEO of the NNPCL. We're represented by Mr. Femi Shone, the Chief Corporate Communications Officer, NNPCL.
Congratulations. This award is very well deserved. The GMD is doing an excellent job there. And for the first time in 44 years, the NNPC has returned a profit. Let's have a round of applause for that. This Champion Newspaper Limited Award is presented to Malam Mele Kyari, OFR, Group Chief Executive Officer, NNPC Limited, as 2023 Champion Newspaper's Most Outstanding Energy Icon of the Year. Congratulations again.
I bring you warm greetings from GCEO of the NNPC, Mr. Mele Kyari, who is unable to attend today's event due to prior official planned engagement abroad. For us at NNPC, for this award, in a year that was filled with unprecedented challenges and transformative shifts, especially in the energy sector. This award highlights the crucial role that the NNPC is playing in the nation's energy and driving efforts to take the sector to greater heights. We thank Champion Newspapers for this esteemed award. And for us as NNPC, we want to assure you that this will ensure that we continually strive to ensure energy security for our dear nation. Thank you, Champion Newspaper. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, NNPC. Thank you.
And that's our wrap on the show today. Thank you for being a part of it. If you missed any episode, you can catch up by scanning the code on your screen now. Remember to follow us on all our social media handles shown on your screen to get updates of events in the energy sector and other activities of NNPC Limited. Let's do this again next time. I'm Egosa Egumbo. Thanks for watching.